Working here.
Oh, I forgot it's my turn. Let's talk about the weather. 75, 76 degrees, 40% chance of rain today. Feels muggy. You'll probably know it by flat hair day today, as well as probably tomorrow with your high temperatures around. Look at tomorrow, 84 for your high. Pretty much the same all week with those temperatures in the 80s and your lows in the 60s. Many of you do like that, so it's going to be a little cooler the rest of the week as it has been today.
All right, Seth.
Bacon?
Soon we're going to be telling people about another reason to come in at Herbs and More.
How you can
learn
save
more
more
about our
money.
new venture.
That's right.
If you leave it to me and Roy, hooking everything up. But
It'll never happen.
tell y'all how y'all will be able to make money too. The simplest thing on earth.
Just by
Soon
shopping.
You'll see it all over North Alabama. I'd say in about 2 weeks we'll get started.
That's right.
Huh? Leave it to you, Mr. Seth.
I was going to say, is it a secret right now?
It is right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, ain't no big
So we get it
secret.
set up at Herbs and More, and then you can
It'll
go
be at
by
Herbs and
there
More
and check it
first.
out.
Y'all be the first one.
All right.
teasing.
All right, cool.
What are we talking about?
Today, what we're going to talk about is, all right, y'all remember whenever cholesterol levels, used to they wanted your cholesterol levels to be like under 200, and then it was like 150,
Right.
and then they lowered it to 120, and then it was 100. Now I don't think they even want you to have cholesterol at all. I mean, that's what it seems. They want to put everybody on cholesterol-lowering medication. Well, I got word yesterday that they are now changing the blood pressure standards. It was always
we're working here.
It was always 120 over 80.
Right.
And now they're saying, you know what, it actually needs to be 120 over 70.
120 over 70?
Yeah.
That's what I usually
There.
am, 117 over 70.
There's really
How?
absolutely no point in that. There's very few people I know of that run 120 over 70 unless you're
Most
an
of them are
athlete.
runners, right.
Yeah,
Like a few of us are.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, it's a ploy to sell drugs.
It's almost near impossible.
Well, I mean, doesn't this go back to when I had my blood test a year ago, when I did
Yeah.
physical, and I brought you the numbers, and they had changed. You said, well, all they did was
Yeah,
You went
they
from-
calculate
Yeah, you didn't change your cholesterol
You went
levels.
from
They
15
changed
years
the
ago.
numbers.
Right.
the number.
And so you're still in the same health that you were.
Scare tactic.
Yeah, exactly, to get you on drugs. And that's exactly what they're doing with high blood pressure. And the biggest problem that comes in, now, cholesterol is a little different because I see absolutely no need in ever taking a cholesterol drug. But there are times when you need a blood pressure, something to lower your blood pressure. Because if it gets too high, then you do run the risk of having strokes and things of that nature. The thing is,
What
the
is too
number
high?
one complaint that we have at Herbs and More or at the doctor is people don't have enough energy. The number one thing that blood pressure lowering drugs do is rob you of energy. I have had so many people come in and say, I started taking blood pressure medication, I don't feel good, I have no energy, I can't do things. And it is because you have that pressure in your blood to get oxygen throughout your system so that you can function. Well, what happens is when you take a blood pressure lowering drug, then it drops that, oxygen levels drop, you can't function as well. There's a better way to do that. We have a product called Heart, and Dr. Matthias Rath, he's a cardiologist, actually came up with the nutrients that you need to take to reverse heart disease and high blood pressure. And that is going to be a better way to do it and will actually give you a natural energy, will help with focus and concentration, and it won't give you erectile dysfunction like all your your blood pressure medications do, because that's the number 2 side effect of blood pressure medications is ED. So this will actually help you with your energy levels and give your body what it needs to heal. For those, there's a couple parts to this. If you have any hormone issues, then it's a good idea to use like a GH spray to help your growth hormone levels, because when growth hormone is the healing hormone. So that in conjunction with your heart will help to regulate our blood pressure and even cholesterol levels. And cholesterol is one of those things, your brain's 76% cholesterol by weight. Every muscle is connected to bone through cholesterol. That's why cholesterol-lowering medications cause muscle wasting disease, and it causes us to not be able to think as clearly. There are better ways to get cholesterol levels in check, and heart is one of those ways to even help that. It takes about 2 years to rebuild our cardiovascular system, according to Dr. Matthias Rath. He took 200 patients over a 2-year period and corrected heart disease, everything from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, tachycardia, the whole 9 yards, and reversed it in all of them. He thought he was going to be the most famous man in the world. Unfortunately, he did not use drugs to do it. And then he started giving his lectures in the pharmaceutical halls. And they came and they said, listen, you can't do this. And he said, oh, yes, I can. And they said, no. The pharmaceutical halls is where we talk about pharmaceuticals. You're not talking about pharmaceuticals. You can't speak here anymore, which is one of the biggest problems with our medical profession today. If it can't be patented and they can't charge whatever they want for it, then you're going to have issues getting a hold of it through a doctor. Because if you ever notice your drugs change about every 5 to 7 years, that's because the patent runs out and they have to make a new one so they can charge you whatever they want. So instead of going that route, you notice they always change the guidelines to what you can eat, what you can't eat, what's good for you, what's not good for you. You notice what doesn't change is what we tell you. It's always the same. We're not trying to sell drugs. We're selling health.
If someone is on, I hate to interrupt you, but if someone is on medication for high blood pressure and they come see you, can they take your product while they're still on that and see if anything changes?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's how you should do it. You take these products while you're on your blood pressure medication, and what'll happen is, 2 or 3 weeks down the road, you get, and you're feeling even more tired, and that's when you get your doctor or you go and check your blood pressure. And whenever it's too low, it's time to start weaning off the drug, which your doctor will do. I can't tell you to do that. But that's when your doctor goes, well, whatever you're doing is working, and he or she will start taking you off of that drug. And that's the goal. That's the end result, is to get drug-free. The drugs...
There's so many other side effects.
Now, do y'all have time to look? If somebody brings in their chart like I did when I had my physical, do y'all take time to look at that? Or
Yeah, I'll sit down and I will look at your blood work, at the drugs you're taking, and make sure that everything that you take from us will work with what you're taking. We make sure all that can balance out. And that's very important, because you don't want anything that's going to double over something you're already taking. And, I'd be more than happy to work with your medical professionals and the whole 9 yards.
All right. Go by and see Seth, Herbs and More.
Yeah. You ever notice you never see a commercial on a nutrient that, well, if you've been taking this nutrient called James Sokolov, and that doesn't happen with us.
Attorney.
We don't try to hurt people with our
Class
nutrients.
Herbs and More. Go by and see Seth. They got it all, and all you need to can answer any question you got in the brand new location, Herbs and More at the Dollar Tree Shopping Center.
Plenty of parking.
Good luck on your move.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We'll take a break.
Exciting.
Dr. Holliday joins us next. Athens City School System. Y'all hang on.
Local and loving